show that once again. Welcome back, Vape Dr Dan here. You'll notice I'm not in the scrubs. Once again, I am suited and booted. Today, we're going to do a special, a little bit longer episode of the show. Welcome back to the VR, the Vape Room. Today, we're going to be covering a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to be starting to do this longer format for Sunday episodes because I have a little more time on Sundays, so I figured why not. First thing we're going to cover is a soapbox moment, a new to vaping segment, a review / first looks segment, an anime / what's new review because I'm a huge nerd and I like that kind of stuff, a shout out section, and that's what we're going to cover today. So, first off, the soapbox moment. I'm in Winnipeg, Manitoba. So there is a bill coming out, an anti-vaping bill. It's called Bill 30. It's been talked about in the Legislative Assembly, and there's been some public forums on it. I just found out about this because I'm kind of new to vaping, as you've known if you watched my videos. So this bill is going to ban the use of e-cigarettes in enclosed public spaces. It's going to ban the sale to minors, and as well as ask the provincial government to conduct studies on long and short-term effects of e-cigarette use. So now the banning of sale to minors, I can see, because I mean, like, it's most of them have nicotine and it's an addictive product. You should be able to make an informed adult decision. But banning, like, it even bans the use of e-cigarettes in vape stores, and casinos. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna keep looking for more information. This is gonna be a little bit of a short soapbox moment, but stay tuned because I will have more information eventually on it. Other than that, we need to at least have the vape stores section amended out because, well, I think it should be up to the business first off, whether they allow vaping or not in their establishments. I think it's kind of like saying you can quit smoking, but you have to do it our way. And it's also gonna prevent the advertising of vaporizers. It's not like there's a whole lot of advertising out there, at least that I've seen. But I just turned on the TV earlier on today, and the first thing I saw was a advertisement for Chantix. And the first thing I hear is may cause suicidal thoughts. I've never had a suicidal thought vaping. This doesn't cause suicidal dreams. Doesn't cause any kind of nightmares. And it's not a pill. So that's what what I have to say about Bill 30 for now, until I have more information for you guys. Next is the new to vaping segment. So I have here a box mod. It might be a little intimidating for somebody who's new to vaping. What I started on was a little Ego style battery. Now this is the Ego T. I got this for like $30 at a little head shop. You can get them at most gas stations now in Winnipeg too. It's a good starter vape. I don't want to credit this for me quitting smoking, but it started me along the path. About a year ago, I got my first one. It was the Kanger EVOD 2. Great little kit. Comes with 2 Ego style batteries, a little longer, and 2 refillable tanks with changeable coils. The Ego T comes with a clearomizer style tank with a built-in atomizer and two little wicks that go down the side, and you just top fill it, and they're good until the coil is toast. So we're going to see if I can get this ramped up. Oh no, the battery's dead. Maybe. Yes, the battery is dead on this. So I will charge this, and we will come back to it. Okay, we have the Ego T all charged up. Here's the clearomizer that came with it. I'm not going to do an uppy closey segment for it because I can just do it all right here. So you see, nice, very compact. I'm not a big fan of the clearomizer anymore. When I first started, it was great because I just use it until it burnt out, and then I could check it and get a new one. They're not extremely expensive either. Just unscrew this little top cap to fill it up, screw it back on, screw it onto your vape, and go. The vapor production, not a advanced vapor vape. It's great for just starting. It's great to get your foot in the door. Definitely beats Cigalike, hands down in my opinion. Mostly just because I can get whatever flavor I want and fill it up. So how this fills up, you've got, like I said, you just unscrew the top part, fill up this little tank on the outside here. There's two little wicks. Can't really see it because I'm using a dark e-liquid with it. And there's two little wicks that flow the juice up into this top little coily section here where it turns it into vapor. You've got a little tube going through, a 510 connection in there. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. The 510 connection connects to the 510 connection right there. And to charge it, you just use this little USB job here. Comes with it. Screw it in. Plug it into computer, Xbox, laptop, charging block, anything that has a USB port, and it charges away. The battery, though I'm not a huge fan of the clearomizer. The battery works great with all sorts of other tanks and stuff like that. I have a EVOD Mega from Kangertech. My friend gave me when she was no longer using it. It's nice because it's got a little 510 drip tip spot, so I can change that if I want to. I kind of like this one though, so. World's better than the clearomizer. Great for mouth to lung action. It works really well with it. So that's what I set up. I have set up as a backup for when all my batteries are dead. It's great. I still use it even now after I've moved up to the mods. So the Ego T battery, I like it because it's small, it's nice and convenient. Charges pretty quickly. Lasts about 2 hours of continuous chain vaping like I do. Fits in my shirt pocket really nicely. I can just do the suit like that, and nobody's the wiser. I do the same thing with my Mech mod, and and there's a big bulge here. You can't really tell because of the lighting, but there's a big bulge where that sits. So it's great for convenience. Not huge vapor, but very satisfying. Highly decent, to borrow Grim Cream's way of saying it. That being said, on to the Dune. Next on the list for the new to vaping segment Also, kind of ties into the review statement. I got this Dune Mini e-cig here. Just the packaging again. Already kind of taken a bit of a taste tester. It's a chocolate mint flavored e-cig. It's zero nicotine. They say it's approximately 2 packs of cigarettes. I'm assuming they mean number of puffs because the zero nicotine means it's nowhere near the amount of a satisfying drag that you'll get if you're looking to get off of smoking. Um, if you think you can drop smoking and go right to no nicotine, then this would be a good option. Um, Flavor's not great. It's not very satisfying. Somebody who vapes that like bigger, fancier stuff. Um, but as a new vapor, it's not entirely a bad experience. It's stiff draw. It's about the size of a cigarette, a little bit bigger in diameter. It's got a squishy tip, which I think is kind of cool. Um, Kind of makes it more reminiscent of a cigarette. Um, let's take an up close and personal look at it and have a little bit more discussion time. All right, so here we have the Dune Mini Chocolate Mint e-cig. As you can see, it's all one piece. You can't take it apart, refill it, anything like that. It's a disposable. It even says that right on the packaging. Um, Squishy tip, like I was telling you. Single airflow back here. Two very tiny airflows along the tip. An LED that lights up when you puff. Um, can kind of hold it like a cigarette, but it's a little bit heavier. Uh, Not a bad size, all in all. It's nice to fit in the shirt pocket and take along with you if you're okay with the zero nicotine. Now the packaging, pretty boring. Chocolate mint. It's not. It says rich, passionate taste. Um, I didn't find it that rich. Not very flavorful. Approximately 2 packs of cigarettes, new soft tip, and 0 milligram nicotine is on the front. On the back, you've got your ingredients, instructions on how to use it. Disclaimer: Health Canada does not classify Dune as a cessation or NRT product. Puff count will vary depending on use. To prolong puffs, inhale for 1.5 seconds and rest the device for 10 seconds before the next inhalation. Um, it's been my experience that that is not what most vapors or even most smokers do. So, that being said, not not a terrible experience with it, but it's not my favorite. So there you have it, the Dune Mini. Oops, that's upside down. The Dune Mini Chocolate Mint Edition. Great. Alrighty. So our next thing we have here, just got my first mech mod ever. Allahu Akbar. That's a sort of inside joke to one of my friends who's going to be watching this. So this here is the Americlone Hatton competition clone. I'm going to take it into an up close look as I take it apart, and we will jump right into that, and then vapor and see how she works. All right, so the Americlone Hatton competition clone. So we open the box. We've got some nice graphics here on the side. I like this. This is funny. My favorite part, not a pipe bomb. Compatible with 18650 battery. Little stormtrooper dude. On the back of the box, shut up and sub-ohm, and keep calm because is made in China. I like that. That's another kind of funny bit. So, got the M-6 clone here, some little replacement posts for the top cap, which is held in. Sorry, the post is held in by friction. So, let's see if I can push it in. Yeah, there we go. I pushed it in there. So that's up all the way. I'll take our RDA and screw it on there. You see there's a little bit of a gap. We're just going to keep twisting it right down, and it's going to push that post out the other side. There we are. Da-da-da. Now we got a little nub in here, and it's nice and flush. So, the center tube, center section, I should say, just a nice copper tube. It's got some nice detailing on the sides. I like that. Don't know if it's for grip or for looks, but it's just, I like it. It's nice. And we'll screw on the top cap there, just so we can keep it all sort of easy to work with in one piece at a time. Now, this is the bottom cap and switch assembly. I'm just going to quickly unscrew this because I know it unscrews, and I think it's going to go flying because of the magnet in there. Yep. So, if you look at it, there's this little sort of top capper job that screws onto that when it's in there. Whoops. Oh no, I lost the magnet. I hope I don't put that on the wrong way. Yeah, okay, I put that on the right way. So you can tell there's some resistance there. It's good because they make sure that your mod doesn't fire in your pocket or something. That's kind of a neat feature. So we'll just push that down as far as it can go. We'll screw on this little cap jobby that holds it together. And it's easier to turn the switch than it is to turn that. So there we go, we're back in. It's got some nice travel on the button. Doesn't stick really. It's not hard to push at all for my hand, but even with the mod on it, it won't push itself down, won't be firing on its own type thing if you set it down. We're going to take our 18650, throw her in, close her up. Oops. Try to close her up. So we'll close it up now. Just screws back on. And there we have it, vapors. All right, so let's jump back and take a look and see how it, let's try that again in English. How it vapes. All right, so we got our mech mod all assembled. We got our RDA on there. Let's see how she vapes. It's a great mech mod. For my first mech mod, I am very impressed. Unregulated current, definitely nice that I can go down to a much lower coil build and get much more vapor production off of it. It does. I'm running a dual parallel coil macro coil build. It's down at a 0.19 ohm, and it is just fantastic. I am loving it. So that right there is the Americlone Technologies M-6 clone. Alright, so now it's time for an anime review. So I'm going to, I'm just going to do one off the top of my head because I don't have something prepared. Unfortunately, I was not thinking about this when I started filming. So, I'm going to do Naruto. It's a great anime. I love it for the goofiness. It's about this kid ninja who has this demon entity sealed inside of him. he's got this demon fox entity sealed inside of him, and it gives him all sorts of crazy boosts to his abilities. It is set in um, some fantasy version of China or Japan, or something. It's got its own map, and it looks like China to me. Um, but I'm terrible with geography, so I could be wrong. The story starts off with this kid. He is trying to become the Hokage, or Fire Shadow. I think it translates roughly to Shadow of Fire. I don't know. It's the village leader, anyways, and he's determined that he's going to become the next Hokage, and it starts off very goofy. He's running around, putting graffiti on this Mount Rushmore style uh, faces of the past Hokages, um, and it's just a hilarious show. Um, I love it because it would be awesome to be able to throw fireballs and make lightning out of nowhere, giant gouts of water, this sort of thing, and it really goes in depth about how all of these things work in this fantasy world. Um, it's a great show. I go as a different character. I've been going as a different character from that show for every Comic Con thus far, that I've been to. This year, I'm going to be doing the Joker. Um, it's I'm just trying to mix it up to surprise some people. So that being said, I definitely in love with the show. Naruto Shippuden is the second series. It's a little later on because I think he's about like 10, 8 or 10 when the show starts, and then as the seasons go on, he gets a little older, uh, and then it ends when he's 13. He goes away for 3 years to train, and then Naruto Shippuden starts when he comes back to the village, and and then he's 16 as the series progresses, and he they end up going through all sorts of crazy missions, adventures. Naruto gets himself into trouble in every single situation somehow and barely manages to escape. It seems like every time they come up with a bad guy, something more crazy comes along, and Naruto somehow learns to overcome it. Um, I definitely recommend it if you're an anime fan. Um, it's a great show. I love it. Give it a look. If you're not an anime fan, still give it a look because it's got some hilarious adult jokes that the kids won't get that are watching it. Um, and it's just got a bunch of hilarity and silliness ensues. So that's what I got for the anime section this week. Next week I'll try to be a little more prepared. Maybe have like an actual clip of the video from it. Next we're gonna go on to shoutouts. So for shoutouts, I want to give two very specific shoutouts first. First off, to my roommate Brett. He got me started with vaping with my first Ego style tank about a year ago. I kind of fell off the bandwagon for a little bit, and I was kind of on the vape, off the vape, on the vape, but still smoking, on the vape, off the vape, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, Brett, if you hadn't planted the seed, then I probably wouldn't be vaping now. I probably wouldn't have stopped smoking now, and I probably wouldn't be doing this video right now. So, big shout out to Brett. My second big shout out is to my friend Aaliyah. She got me into the idea of these mods. I was always thinking, they're so big and bulky, and like, just why would I want to use one of these things? She got me she got me hooked. I don't know how she did it. I think it was with the rebuildable aspect. She had an RDA set up, and I got just instantly hooked on the fact that I could build my own stuff for it. Um, Started me watching Grim Green and Rip Trippers and Ruby Roo, and they're all great informational informational YouTubers. I love Grim Green. In fact, I've got Grim Green playing over here. Sundays. I watch his vlog all day long, playing in the background. Actually sitting down and just watching it. I'm glued to the screen half the time, so that's what you see me looking over at most of the time. Right now, I'm just watching some of his videos on mech mods because I am so intrigued by my first mech mod. That being said, I think that's enough shout outs for right now. Big shout out to, actually, one more. Big shout out to the guys at Flamingo Vape Shop for for lining me up with this M-6 clone. It's a great mech mod. I can't say it enough. I love it. They built the parallel coils for me right in the shop, just because they wanted to see me be impressed with the mech mod while I was still in the store. Like I said, great little mod. Picked it up for 40 or $50, and it's awesome. Love the vape experience with it. It's just great. I can't harp on this thing enough right now. Just awesome. Just awesome. I love it. I guess that's all I got for shout outs. So, last things last, I'll do a quick shameless social media plug. So, if you guys have any questions, want to see anything in specific, give me a shout. I'm on Twitter at Masked Shinobi. That's Masked spelled exactly like it sounds. Space SHINOBI. My Facebook, you can look me up as Vape Dr Dan. I've got it set up somehow that I come up as the search for that. So that I thought was super cool when I got that hooked up. And my Instagram is at Dacuth. So at DACUTH, all one word. Hit me up if you got something you want to show me, something you want to see, if you want a shout out, let me know, and I will get to it on the videos. Until next time, stay safe. One more thing. One more thing. I forgot. I need videos of you guys vaping in cool ways, cool places, doing tricks. I don't care what it is. I just need videos of you expelling vapor for an intro to my videos. So it's not just the same boring thing every time, me going right in your face and saying welcome back. So hook me up with a video. Drop me a line at Daniel Cuthbert88 at gmail.com. You can find the exact spelling of that on my channel. You can also visit me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I will get the notification, and then I can send you the proper email address for it. Please help me out here.